Welcome to S Class, the highest tier in podcasting. With me is the lead color page of this series. It's Robert.
And of course, I am joined, as always, by Justin, the bottom of the table of content.
It's clearly showing. I'm about to get canceled for non bad reasons. Just being really not good at my job.
Yeah, you're getting canceled in less than 15 chapters.
Robert, today we are doing a Q1 of 2023 Shonen Jump weekly rankings.
What does Q1 mean, may I ask?
Quarter one.
But it's April.
Yeah, the first 3 months is quarter one.
Correct, move on.
Maybe you should be at the bottom of the table of contents.
Whatever.
We have a total of about 15 series, if I'm reading this right, that we're just going to give a preliminary ranking of,
right?
That we're currently reading, right? And then This is sort of like how our anime of the year type of style goes, where we'll kind of discuss and argue about where we think the top and bottom of each of these should go.
So we're just going to do it? We're ready? Can I nominate one to get rid of already?
Yeah. Should we just go through the list really quick?
Oh, of what we're reading? Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay, so we have Akane Banashi, Beat in Motion, Blue Box, Chainsaw Man, Gokura Kugai, Jiangshi X, Kaiju number 8, My Hero Academia, One Piece, One Punch Man, Naruto Konoha Story, The Stream River Scrolls, which is going to go way higher than you think, Ruri Dragon, which doesn't exist, Sasuke Story, The Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, Sakamoto Days, Shoha Shoten, and Spy Family.
All right, so right away, I'm eliminating both Narutos.
No. No, they are so good, and I will tell you about them later. There's at least a half a dozen things that got to go before them.
I don't even know what Beat in Motion is.
Beat in Motion's like a new bi-weekly or monthly about this boy who's an animator and this girl who's a singer, and they sort of tag team to make an animated movie video or something.
It's okay. Is it any good?
It's fine.
When did that start?
A month or two ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like on chapter 3 right now.
There's a new series, I think, releasing this week that is by the author of Food Wars.
Oh.
That is about, like, cinema.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
But I'm sure it's going to be incredibly ecky as well, because it's Food Wars.
Well, this one is drawn pretty poorly. Like, this guy's definitely a new mangaka. No offense to him. Definitely not on the Food Wars tier of drawing. It could go a little higher.
I mean,
Do you have something that you want to kill besides my Narutos?
I mean, you know how I feel about Chainsaw Man, but that'll get everybody to click out of this video real fast.
I think it's actually been pretty good this year also. I have something that I really want to kill.
Let me know.
Okay, is Ruri Dragon not getting out of here? But that's not the one I really want to kill, but there's literally been 0 chapters this year. Is it better by non-existing than some of the shit?
That's why we're including Ruri Dragon, because it's the benchmark of this thing is better off just not existing.
Okay, then I got to get rid of Blue Box.
Wow!
It's so bad right now, Rob. I don't know how you feel about it.
I've been saying that for months.
Okay, you've been saying it for a while, but I kind of like the spice, even though it's like fake spice. But we've just been on this fake basketball arc of this new best friend character that came out of nowhere, and I literally could not give a shit. Like, give me some romance. Give me something. And it's like, I'm not going to go to the game, so the best friend can go to the game. And who actually cares about the game? I literally don't know who she's playing. I don't know any of her teammates.
Like to know why it's so hard to get tickets to a high school basketball game. That they have to like have this intense race to win one ticket, and then he gives away the ticket. Like she couldn't have just gotten one on her own.
Like, why? Like, who cares? Who cares at all about this basketball game? If she wins, I don't care. If she loses, I don't care. They should go on a date because this is a romance manga.
And Taiki is also just like, he's just a dick. Like, he deserved to get smacked when she smacked him.
The best friend Kun?
Yeah, he was just being, like, really obnoxious. And, like, I don't enjoy his character.
He's whatever.
I'm with you on this. Like, the state of Blue Box is miserable right now.
I'm so sad because I bought Volume 1, and I did this purposefully because Blue Box was already going down because I loved what it made me feel when I started reading that first chapter. But it's just been such a shit show.
We did love it at first. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So at either number 15 or 16, we'll throw out the numbers later. But the very bottom of our tier list is Blue Box.
No, that's completely fair.
Is there something that you like less than Ruri Dragon's non-existence?
No,
that's yours.
Everything other than Blue Box that I'm currently reading is at least worth existing.
Oh, you know what? I'll get rid of another one. There's a lot of crap in Shonen Jump. Kaiju number 8 is mediocre as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's another one that like Blue Box started off awesome and then decided that it didn't want to be awesome
It's
and
just
grow
the
away
most
from its tropes.
it's just the most boring shonen battle. And you know what? As we talk about what being lower than Ruri Dragon means is that you've wasted my time.
Right.
Because Ruri Dragon has at least not wasted any of my brain cells or my time. But if I read you and I'm like, what was the point in this? You're lower than Ruri Dragon
Well,
today.
in fairness, I do lie awake at night wishing Ruri Dragon would come back. So it does take up some of my headspace, but I don't think it wastes the same amount of time as actually reading Kaiju number 8.
I would say that's yearning. I'd say that's a positive feeling.
It makes me sad though, knowing it will never it will never be. No, I agree with you though. I loved Kaiju number 8 at first because I thought we were getting like an older protagonist. And I've said this before, but like we have a 30-year-old that just acts like Deku anyway. So he's just written as a 12-year-old shonen protagonist, and it's not like anything new at that point.
That's a good segue. Does Deku make it higher than Ruri Dragon, Rob?
Oh yeah.
Oh
My Hero
yeah.
Academia is a blast. It is one of the worst things I read week after week, but like in the so bad it's good way.
The dumpster fire of Shonen Jump.
It's so much fun.
All right, then let's do Ruri Dragon bottom from the third.
Okay, that's
Third
fair.
from the bottom, sorry. Really showing my bottom of the table of contents capabilities today.
Yeah. You're the master of it.
Okay. You see anything on here that you feel the need to get rid of?
What is Jiangxi? Was that the one with I read I think the first chapter of it.
Uh-huh.
It was something with
It's really Chinese.
demons.
Yeah, it's about Chinese vampires.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, honestly, it could go below Ruri Dragon, but we can keep it above because it's new. You know, it's trying something, but it's not doing it well.
I just didn't know tonally what it wanted.
I get what it is tonally. Like, it's very Demon Slayer-esque, kind of grim shonen, but it does a couple of things really badly. The first thing is that it's too Chinese, and I don't mean that like in a racist way, but I mean that, and also I'm Chinese, so I don't know if that gives me permission to say that.
Thank you for saying that.
You're like, I'm nervous, we're going to get canceled. But I say that in the sense of it uses a lot of Chinese words, doesn't explain them, and it gets straight into it with no like explanation. It's sort of like if you just start talking about Nen without having little text bubbles.
But don't the Japanese kind of like or like have a working knowledge of Chinese culture as we learned from your boy Kong Ming?
No, I think the problem is they're using like techniques that are using Chinese words. It's like if I was talking to you and I'm going to use and I start speaking to you in Chinese and you're like, I don't know what that means.
Right, but aren't there some words that like are kind of universal? Not universal, but like you know it. If you like know martial arts, you probably know these Chinese terms.
I don't think it's a martial art. I think it's like a shonen battle attack, like the Kamehameha of this world. And then the other thing is like the battles are so boring because it sort of has like a fairy tale Bleach vibe. Neither of these series which you've read where it's just sort of like, I'm going to use this attack now and I'm going to win, but I don't really have like a logic. It's kind of like the opposite of Gash Bell, which does it excellently. It's like, I'm going to use a Zakerga because that's a medium level spell and then I'm going to reshield it. And, you know, it's the total opposite of that. And I'm sad that it has potential, but just isn't going to live up to it.
Now, did you want it to be better because of the Chinese theming? Like, was that like something that invited you and made you like hopeful?
I did. I thought it was like a new angle. Like we're not just dealing with ninjas and samurai all the time. We're not in a Japanese high school. And I was like, this could be interesting, like Chinese vampires. But I think it just leaned too far into it and just isn't executing, unfortunately.
I'm going to go, as far as what I'm reading, I'm kind of just bored of One Punch Man. It's not bad. I just get bored of it.
I don't disagree. And I'm like, kind of over it. Like this whole Tornado versus Saitama battle arc has been sort of lame or boring.
I think it's just like it releases kind of infrequently, and then sometimes you get a chapter that's literally just the movement of a punch across 45 pages, and it's like the art is gorgeous, and I get why, you know, you're flexing all of that and spending so much time on that, but like I just don't feel anything with the story. And I get it's like, but I know it started off as a parody, but it really isn't a parody. It's not a satire. It's really kind of playing it serious.
I miss when it was a satire.
That's what I'm saying. It's starting to play things serious, and at that point, it's just kind of generic.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I would say let me get rid of Gokura Kugai first. It's have you read this one yet?
I don't think so.
Actually, I could put Gokura Kugai above it. It's I've only read one chapter, but it's like a new series. The art's gorgeous. Basically like it's this like mommy, like she's like this badass big booby woman and her like little helper guy who's like a teenage boy, and people come to them for help, but what they actually do is secretly they hunt demons that are like escaping from some sort of netherworld into Tokyo is what I'm understanding of it. I'm gonna catch up to it.
Where are you reading it? I'm looking on the Shonen Jump app right now, and I don't see it.
I was reading it on the Shonen Jump app. It's
Were you reading on the Shonen Jump app or the Viz app?
no, the Shonen Jump app. It's right here. This red one.
I don't. My app looks very different than yours.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, it doesn't. I don't see that though. No, my
Yeah.
app does look different than yours.
It's maybe because mine's Android and yours is iPhone.
What's the name of it?
Gokura Kugai. Goku.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, 6 chapters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it wasn't showing. Okay. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out. The art looks like awesome. It might be a little bit too dark for you in terms of like Chainsaw Man-y, but it seems more shonen than that. And the art's not ugly. Like I know how much you hate Chainsaw Man's art, but I will put that above One Punch Man just because it has potential and it's fresh. See, I told you there's a lot of garbage. And we haven't even
gotten to Naruto yet. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Wait, we got to go back.
Okay, where's One Piece going?
One Piece goes after what did we did Blue Box, then what?
Blue Box, Kaiju number 8, Ruri Dragon, Jiangshi X, One Punch Man, Gokura Kugai. That's 6 series.
After Kaiju number 8, One Piece goes.
Before Ruri Dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you disagree? Because One Piece wastes so much of my time, and I don't enjoy any of it. And it just makes me angry. And it wastes more time because we sit around talking about how much we hate it. So it's just like, it's sucking up so much negative energy.
It doesn't do that for me anymore because I stopped reading it, but I think that's a testament to where it's at.
I gotta be honest, I don't even read the chapters anymore. I just read the summaries. The spoiler summaries. I don't care to read it anymore. The art is garbage at this point anyway. So I get nothing out of looking at it. So
I try to save my respect for Oda Sensei. It's been a 20+ year good run. He did a good job, and I will just respectfully slow down on reading it. I'll catch up one day, I think.
But here's the thing that's annoying is everybody needs to say, like, oh, he's been doing it for 25 years, his body's breaking down. I don't care. You don't have to, like, but you don't. You don't have to keep doing this for 25 years. I don't feel bad for you. You have millions upon millions of dollars. Like, your art looks like garbage now.
I would say I still respect him, and I wouldn't tell him that, but I do agree I don't enjoy reading it.
No, I that's not saying I don't have respect for him, but his art is trash and his storytelling no longer exists. And he's a sellout at this point after he did what he did to the end of Wano, where he shoved everything in so he could promote the new Shanks movie. That was bullshit. He should have been able to, even if Shonen Jump made him do that for, marketing, it's still bullshit that after 25 years he allowed his story to be ruined by that. That was garbage. Yeah. I have no respect for Oda. You know what? No, I don't have any respect for Oda.
I don't know if I would say that about him. I think sometimes you got to work with the system, especially culturally in Japanese. But I do get what you're saying. Like, he is not telling the story that I think he once wanted to tell.
But you wasted 4 years of us dragging us through Wano, and then he sped it to its finish line so he could have that Shanks thing. That's garbage.
Are you sure this isn't lower than Blue Box?
This is below Blue Box. Yeah, this is last. This is dead last. I hate One Piece.
This is like vitriol that you're spitting. For me, I'm just sort of like, oh, you're not as good as you used to be. I'm sad about that. And for you, you're like legitimately angry.
No, yeah, this is dead last.
Okay, we are at 8th from the bottom. Let's get rid of, I think Beat in Motion has gone too high. I think Beat in Motion actually goes below One Punch Man or Gokura Kugai. That's the one. It's the boy who likes to animate, the girl who likes to sing, and he actually says something to her. The
art's not great, you said, though?
It's pretty mediocre. And then, like, on the first time they meet each other, he accidentally says something that offends her, and she, like, slaps him in the face. But she was drunk that day. And then the next day, he goes to meet with this music producer, and he's going to get his first animation gig. And it ends up being her, but she forgot it was him. So there's like this kind of like romantic tension. It's stupid, but
hijinks ensue.
Hijinks ensue. It's kind of cute. I'm 2-3 chapters in. It's fine. I don't think it has as much anywhere near as much potential as Gokura Kugai. So we'll keep going. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 series left. So I think we have total 16.
All right, this seems like as good a place as any to get rid of one of the Narutos.
They're both pretty good. I think they're better than
Are
My
you
Hero
kidding me?
Academia. Dude, okay. If I was to get rid
But
of one, I'll explain. Okay, the first one I would get rid of is Sasuke's story, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust. I said to you either late last year or earlier this year, I'm not going to read this because Sasuke's a little fucking shithead.
yeah.
And then one day I was bored and there was no manga for me to catch up on, and I read this, and this is what's going on. Okay, dinosaurs.
Well, hold on now.
No, so first or second chapter. So old Naruto is sick, like Hokage Naruto is sick. Sasuke has to go on a journey to go find some medicine to like save him. It's like a special medicine because it's some sort of sagey shit. And then he goes undercover at a prison camp, and one day he escapes the prison cell to like kind of explore the prison camp because he thinks that's where the healing medicine might be. Guess what he runs into? Fucking Velociraptor. It's amazing. It's so
All right, that's
good.
kind of awesome.
It's
I'll
so
give you
good.
that.
And this is the weaker of the two, in my opinion, but they're both pretty
I will
close.
give you that then. Okay.
There's more dinosaurs. Sasuke is actually kind of cool now. Like he's not edgy. He's emo, but he's just like not edgy anymore. He just sort of.
That never bothered me.
I hated post time skip Sasuke. He was too emo for me.
Yeah, but pre-time skip emo Sasuke was like
perfect.
a perfect blend of emo, especially when we're in middle school reading it.
Yeah, perfect for me. But now he's sort of like matured emo. Now he's just sort of quiet and mature. And Sakura comes in, and they have kind of like this nice married relationship where like he doesn't show a lot of emotions, but you know that he cares about her, and it's like not out of character. I really like how they've developed him. I genuinely think it's pretty good.
Who's writing it?
I think Kishimoto's part of the writing, but he's
overseeing
not
it.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
I think he's a part of it. But it's legitimately one of my favorite reads whenever it comes out.
Okay, I will give you that. That I'm willing to get rid of My Hero Academia because I just went and looked back a little bit, and it hasn't had as much of its funnier chapters in the last 3 months, and we're only really talking about this quarter. It's still been fun though. It's been a lot of like this whole like final war arc is just like which of our like one-off characters can we shoehorn in now to just like give them one awesome scene. And it's like it's not like well thought out or well written, but his art is still awesome, and it is kind of fun to see these characters. Like we just got Gentle Criminal do something like really
I saw
cool.
that. I was like, why is this
and it was like
even
it was
mentioned?
Like totally like badass, and he was like redeemed, and it was stupid, but it was also fun. I don't know. It went. There was a while when they were like focusing on the villains and it was being really like super grim dark that I just could not enjoy reading in the series, and I dropped it for a while. But now it's just like fun. It's definitely not good, but I'm enjoying it.
Would you say it's better than the Naruto War arc? Or is it just like your mindset has shifted?
The Naruto War arc wasn't fun.
Okay.
I feel like this isn't taking itself seriously. I mean, we had like, what's his name? What's the one kid? Lemillion? Where he literally distracted Shigaraki by showing him his ass. Like, that's obviously not serious. Like, that's the type of stuff that's happening, and it's ridiculous.
It's still a dumpster fire, though. Like, it's not like a parody in terms of good writing. It's just bad writing that just happens to be funny.
I'm not sure. Because it's definitely not good writing, but I don't know that he's trying to be, like, tell a good story.
To our listeners, like, this is mind-boggling to me that the amount of anger and like crunching of Rob's face when we were talking about One Piece, and the amount of smiling as we talk about the dumpster fire that's My Hero Academia, which has made it past the 50% mark of our list, which is
that's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. I would respectfully request that Shoha Shoten goes next with one chapter.
Yeah, that's fair. It's only gone this far because I do really enjoy Shoha Shoten. I don't know if the really like sad and well-written flashback was part of this year, but it was good.
The one with his mom, right?
Yeah.
I believe that was last year because I don't think I've read Shoha Shoten yet this year. Yeah, so I want to say that I'm behind a chapter or two, and I think that happened before year end.
I did enjoy that arc, though. I thought that was really well-written, especially considering this is supposed to be a comedy manga. Like, it was, I don't know, it gave me feels, which is impressive for such a early-on series.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it also has like a good upward trajectory, unlike either some of these other series, which clearly don't, or are just too new to tell.
Oh no, I just checked. That flashback ended in January, so we made the cut.
Oh, then maybe I did read it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we have 6 series left. How's Akane doing?
Which do we have left?
We have Akane, Chainsaw, two Narutos, Sakamoto Days, and Spy Family. I can get rid of a Naruto here unless you think Akane can go.
I'd I'd be willing to let Akane go. I really love Akane Banashi, and you know that. I don't know how long this series can last, and it's still doing incredibly well. It's still incredibly popular, but like at some point, the inner workings of the Rakugo world stop becoming interesting,
Mm.
and I don't think it like grips me as much as it originally did. Like it's definitely the last thing I read every week.
It's like sort of the novelty has died down, right?
Yeah.
There's another series which we'll talk about in a podcast or two. It's called Rakugo Shinjo. Have you heard of this?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, I think it's like an older Rakugo manga that my friend gifted to me, and I think it's complete. It's only like 20 chapters, and I was like, this feels like the right size that I'd want
Oh,
to
they
read.
gave you like a physical volumes?
They gifted it to me
Oh,
when I was
interesting.
out in Cali, and I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. I'll pick up the rest of it. But I was like, I don't think I want to read a 200 chapter Rakugo manga, and it's no, I don't mean to disrespect the art of it, but I'm just like not super interested in it, and that's kind of my argument against Akane last year. It's like I respect it, really, just not super into it.
Yeah. And I think another frustrating part of Akane, and it's not Akane's fault, is that this is basically the sports series in Jump right now. And I love having a sports series, but this does not scratch that itch.
We need a little more sportiness of the sport series. It's kind of on the same level of Shoha Shoten in terms of sportiness.
Yeah. Or even even like Food Wars, where it's like a competitive event, but it's not sports.
Yeah. So I own a lot of what's left. I will start getting rid of them pretty fairly quickly. I think Spy Family might get intermingled amongst them also, though, because it is only a few chapters. Although, I don't know when this abduction arc happened, because that was a really great arc.
It started before January, but it obviously ended recently. And it was an awesome arc.
I think that the ending was it happened too fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold it too hard against it, but I was like, oh, this is really funny and exciting and like a lot's happening. And then like it just happened really abruptly where it's like, okay, I give up, and it sort of stopped.
But we are still dealing with the after effects of it. So it's not like necessarily over.
Yeah, I think I just wanted a little bit more meat in the middle of the actual arc because it was getting so good. And then it just sort of like pressed the brakes real fast.
We're in the top 5 right now, right?
We are in the top 5, but Spy Family won't go yet. I got to get rid of a Naruto.
So what do we have? We have 2 Narutos, Spy Family, Sakamoto Days, and what else?
And Chainsaw Man.
Oh, God.
Here, I'll get rid of the next 2, okay? I will get rid of Sasuke's story, the Uchiha of the Heavenly Stardust next.
The dinosaurs.
Velociraptors, Brachiosaurus recently came into the story, and
amazing.
It's fucking great. You should read it. Also, one more thing.
I might.
So Sasuke has to stop like a very petty crime, like someone stole like a vase or something. Fucking pulls out the Renengen on this motherfucker. And I was like, seems a bit excessive for like the second most powerful ninja in the world.
Sasuke's iconic.
Yeah. I was like, excessive, but I like it.
Mad respect.
And then the next one I'll get rid of is Chainsaw Man. I was sort of down on Chainsaw Man last year, despite the hype of the anime. It's gotten like, you turn the page and you're like, what the fuck is happening again? Which is what I really loved about the first part of reading the manga. There's some really fucked up horror and stuff happening right now. Denji's being silly again. The new girl's pretty cool. I'm all about it. It's trending upward again for me.
So now we're down to the what?
Naruto, Konoha Story, The Steam, Ninja Scrolls, Spy Family, and Sakamoto Days.
Okay, so I will let you choose between your Ninja Scrolls and Spy Family, because Sakamoto Days is number 1 for me.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's leaps and bounds ahead of both of them. I think I'll get rid of Naruto. I'll put Spy Family above it, even though Spy Family hasn't really tickled me in like maybe a month.
But that's only 1 chapter.
Like 2 chapters, maybe. Like the most recent school chapter and the end of the kidnapping arc. But kidnapping arc was pretty solid. I need to tell you about Naruto, Konoha Story, The Steam Ninja Scrolls, Robert.
This is ridiculous that anything Naruto related in the year 2023 is in the top 3 of anything.
So Sasuke's story is like taking a brand new direction, and it's interesting, and there's dinosaurs. Naruto Konoha story is kind of like a slice of life throwback, and I think I've said this in an earlier podcast. Like most recently, Kakashi and Guy had a ping pong battle. Asuma's daughter, who's the main character, I think her name is Mirai, she spooked Guy. Oh, Ten was hanging out at the spa, and she's like, there's ghosts in the spa, and Guy was freaking out. Most
Did you
recently,
just say 1010?
1010 was relevant.
1010 exists?
Exactly. And she was just like fucking around with Guy because
Wait. Who did she marry?
she's single. She's like a weapons merch and she's single.
Did Rock Lee marry anyone?
I don't think so. I think he's just training.
This seems like a missed opportunity.
Probably. They didn't have the chemistry. It's fine. But this is where it gets really good, Rob. Like they're at a new village and there's a giant boulder that fell from an avalanche and it like is blocking the trade path. And they're like, how do we get rid of this boulder? It's like the size of a building. So then they call Choji, who happens to be nearby, and he comes and he's like, oh, I don't have enough calories to move this boulder. So Mirai has to make him potato chips in order for him to get enough chakra so that he can get big and move this boulder. This is what we're contending with, and it's fucking great. We're also battling a cult right now, but that's
this 100% sounds 10 times better than One Piece, so I can't disagree with any of this.
Who would have thought the year of our Lord 2023 that Naruto has surpassed One Piece, finally?
That's insane, but true.
Spy Family, we've said enough.
Yeah, Sakamoto Days is so good. I think this year has just been this like flashback of young Sakamoto, and it's been awesome.
Sakamoto Days has gone way above anything I ever thought it would be.
Wait, I think in the most recent chapter, they were in the car, and the guy threw the grenade, and the grenade went under the car, and Sakamoto punched through the car and picked up the grenade.
That scene, I reread it like 3 times because it was so cool.
Wait, or the scene where I don't even know what he did, but he flicks the gun.
Oh, the gun!
So he has extra.
There's a sniper 300 feet away, and then the guy's like, he's like, give me your pistol. He's like, a pistol won't reach him. He's like, I'll make it work. And he just grabs it, and he does like, do you remember that movie with Angelina Jolie and that Irish guy where they like whip bullets around?
Yeah,
that movie where he fucking just does that, and that adds like an extra 200 feet to the bullet, and he shoots the guy straight up in the head.
Amazing. The action is so crisp and easy to follow despite being ridiculous, and that's so impressive.
I think that has always been great about Sakamoto Days, but I think there was a fuzzy part in the middle where I was kind of losing it, and I think that probably happened last year. And it was when they were introducing all these new characters that I was like, I don't really care about them, like the girl with the buzzsaw or Nagumo, who I wasn't a big fan of. And now everything's finally starting to tie together, and I'm like, oh, I get who these people are.
Yeah. The patience with it is paying off.
Yeah.
And like you see that he's had a vision for this story for a long time, and like now he's meeting it. And also he's still like, despite the fact that it's actually a really good story now, but the comedy is still there.
It's so great. Like the action's great, the comedy's great, the characters are fantastic. Like Shishiba, the guy with the hammers, he's so cool.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah.
What an
you
amazing
gave us
flashback.
This mini arc where we cared about him.
Yeah, and his sensei. And I'm like, why would I give a shit about his sensei? But now I really care about him and Shishiba. Yeah. And it's just mind-blowingly good how amazing Sakamoto Days is right now.
No disagreement. I mean, it is easily number one, and I imagine it will be number one throughout this year. And I think it's going to go higher on our anime of the list this year come December than it has in recent years.
Yeah, it ranked 10 our first year, and that's like with the novelty spice on it, you know?
Yeah.
And then last year it went down to like 20-ish. And to be honest, I never thought it would get above that like B+ range in terms of ranking or capability. And it's easy A right now. It's so good. I look forward to it every week.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, thank you so much for going through our first quarter rankings of Shonen Jump. Do you have any final words for our listeners?
I gotta be honest, I'm really hoping when we do this again in 3 months that this new Food Wars cinema series ends up being in the top 3, because I'm like hyped on whatever this could be.
This could be a quarterly thing for us if things change up enough, but we'll see. If not, we'll definitely revisit every single one of these series at the Anime of the Year, and we're excited to have everyone listen to that. All right, thanks so much, guys, and we will catch you guys next time.